अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज की इस वीडियो में हम कंप्लीट जो एंटी नारकोटिक फोर्स एक्ट है 1997 का, उसके तमाम एमसीक्यूज़ को डिस्कस करेंगे। जिन स्टूडेंट्स ने भी एएनएफ का पेपर देना है, जिसमें सब इंस्पेक्टर, असिस्टेंट सब इंस्पेक्टर, कांस्टेबल और कांस्टेबल ड्राइवर का पेपर है, जो स्केड्यूल हुए हैं 14 से लेकर 16 तक, तो ये एक्ट तमाम सीट्स के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट है। पेपर से पहले इसको लाजमी पढ़ के जाएं। एएनएफ एक्ट की कंप्लीट रिवीजन से पहले आप लोगों के साथ एक इम्पॉर्टेंट अपडेट शेयर करनी थी। जिन स्टूडेंट्स को भी सब इंस्पेक्टर एएनएफ, असिस्टेंट सब इंस्पेक्टर एएनएफ, कांस्टेबल या कांस्टेबल ड्राइवर के लिए सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंग कंप्लीट नोट्स चाहिए हों, जिसमें पास्ट पेपर्स को भी सॉल्व किया गया हो, एक्ट भी शामिल हो और जॉब रिलेटेड एमसीक्यूज़ हों, जो बाकी जनरल सब्जेक्ट्स हैं उन सब को भी कवर किया गया हो, तो जो व्हाट्सएप नंबर आपको स्क्रीन पर शो हो रहा है उस पर कांटेक्ट करके आप सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंग वो तमाम नोट्स ले सकते हैं। सिर्फ व्हाट्सएप पर ही आपने सैम्पल रिक्वेस्ट करना है। वहाँ पर सर आपको सैम्पल के साथ साथ जो पेमेंट डिटेल्स वगैरह हैं वो प्रोवाइड कर देंगे। यहाँ पर भी मैं आपके साथ सैम्पल शेयर कर देती हूँ। ये इस तरह से आपको इंग्लिश का पोर्शन सॉल्व हुआ हुआ मिलेगा। सबसे पहले इसमें वोकेबलरी है, देन इसमें एनालॉगीज़ हैं, सेंटेंस कॉम्प्लीशन, नरेशन, उसके बाद एक्टिव पैसिव वॉइस है। फिर इसमें आपको मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट 2500 इंग्लिश के एमसीक्यूज़ मिलेंगे। उसके बाद जनरल नॉलेज के 6000 इम्पोर्टेंट एमसीक्यूज़, देन 3000 प्लस पाकिस्तान स्टडीज़ मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट वन लाइनर्स। उसके बाद इस्लामिक स्टडीज़ के एमसीक्यूज़ हैं, देन जियोग्राफी ऑफ पाकिस्तान, वर्ल्ड जियोग्राफी, एवरीडे साइंस, कंप्यूटर। करंट अफेयर्स सिलेबस में मेंशन नहीं है, लेकिन उसके एमसीक्यूज़ भी मैंने इस फाइल में कंपाइल किए हैं ताकि आप लोग इनको भी स्टडी कर लें। ये सारे जनरल सब्जेक्ट्स हो गए। अब जो जॉब रिलेटेड एमसीक्यूज़ हैं उनमें एएनएफ के जो पास्ट पेपर्स हुए हैं उनको कंबाइन किया गया है 2021 से लेकर 2024 तक। उसके बाद एंटी नारकोटिक्स फोर्स एक्ट 1997 एंड CNSA एक्ट 1997, कंट्रोल ऑफ नारकोटिक्स सब्सटेंसेस एक्ट, ये तमाम पोर्शंस इन नोट्स में शामिल होंगे। जिन स्टूडेंट्स को भी ये सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंग कंप्लीट नोट्स चाहिए हों तो कॉन्टैक्ट की जो डिटेल्स हैं वो आप लोगों के साथ शेयर कर दी गई हैं। सैम्पल देखकर आप ये नोट्स ले सकते हैं। अब स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का जो हमारा लेक्चर है। फर्स्ट एमसीक्यूज़ है, दी एंटी नारकोटिक्स फोर्स एक्ट 1997 is also known as Act 3 of 1997. The act received the assent of the President on 12th of April 1997. According to Section 1, the act extends to the whole of Pakistan. The act came into force at once. Under Section 2A, Code refers to the Code of Criminal Procedure 1898, Act V of 1898. The definition of narcotics includes narcotic drugs, psychotropic substances, and controlled substances as defined in the Control of Narcotics Substances Ordinance 1996. Prescribed in the Act means prescribed by rules made under the Act. The power to constitute the anti-narcotics force rests with the federal government. The force consists of the Director General and other officials appointed by the federal government. Under Section 3(3), the Pakistan Narcotics Control Board and the Anti-Narcotics Task Force were merged to form the ANF. The ANF is considered the successor of Pakistan Narcotics Control Board and the Anti-Narcotics Task Force. According to Section 4, the superintendence of the force vests with the federal government. The administration of the force vests in the Director General. The Director General exercises same powers in respect of the force as an Inspector General of Police under the Police Act 1861. If the Director General is from the armed forces, they have the power to convene a general court martial. One of the primary functions of the force under Section 5 is to inquire into, investigate and prosecute narcotics related offences. The force is authorized to trace, freeze the assets related to narcotics trafficking. The ANF is responsible for providing assistance and advice to other enforcement agencies on narcotics matter. Maintaining liaison with national and international narcotics authorities is a function of the force. The ANF is responsible for coordinating projects and schemes for the elimination and destruction of poppy cultivation. Any additional functions can be assigned to the force by the federal government. Members of the force exercise powers of search, arrest and seizure throughout Pakistan equivalent to those of police officer. Under Section 6(2), a member of the force not below the rank of inspector may exercise the powers of an officer in charge of the police station SHO. A member not below the rank of inspector authorized by the Director General may arrest a suspect without a warrant. The power to inquire, investigate and trace assets of a person involved in narcotics is granted to the members not below the rank of inspector. For tracing assets, an authorized member can require any bank or financial institution to furnish specific information. An officer can issue a written order to prevent the owner from transferring or disposing of property suspected to be acquired through narcotics. Any order made by the member of the force to freeze assets is subject to any order made by the court having jurisdiction. Contravention of an order regarding asset tracing or freezing is punishable with rigorous punishment for up to 3 years or fine or both. Members of the force may seek assistance from police, customs, excise, FIA and the civil armed forces. The federal government has the authority to entrust an inquiry or investigation already registered with other agencies like customs or FIA to the ANF. When the federal government transfers a case to ANF, the previous agency must transfer the record of the case to the force. Force is authorized to establish as many police stations as required for its efficient functioning. All former police stations of the Anti-Narcotics Task Force and Pakistan Narcotics Control Board are now deemed police stations for the ANF. According to Section 7, all members of the force employed on enforcement duties must wear a prescribed uniform. The requirement to wear a uniform specifically excludes the ministerial staff of the force. Section 8(1) categorizes punishments for the officers and staff into two types: minor and major punishments. Censure is classified as the minor punishment under Section 8(1)(a). Forfeiture of approved service can be awarded as a minor punishment for a period up to 2 years. A minor punishment may include withholding of promotion for a period of up to 1 year. Stoppage of increment as a minor punishment cannot exceed a period of 3 years. A fine awarded as a minor punishment cannot exceed 1 month's pay. Confinement to quarters as a punishment is limited to a maximum of 15 days. Reduction in rank is classified as major punishment under the Act. Compulsory retirement and removal from service are both forms of major punishments. The major punishment that strictly disqualifies a person for all future employment is dismissal from service. Removal from service is a major punishment that does not disqualify a person for future employment. Discharging a person during their period of probation is not considered removal or dismissal under this section. Under Section 9, a member may be punished if they are found to be inefficient or have ceased to be efficient. Misconduct and corruption are primary grounds for awarding punishment to a member of the force. A member is considered corrupt if they possess property disproportionate to their known source of income. Assuming a style of living beyond ostensible means is a ground for punishment under the Act. If a member failed to send their option to the Director General within the decided period, they were deemed to have opted to serve under this Act. Personnel not opting to serve under this act may be placed at the disposal of the federal government for adjustment elsewhere. For members up to the rank of inspector, the Police Act 1861 and Police Rules 1934 are applicable where not inconsistent with this act. All members of the force except those from the armed forces are generally governed by the Civil Servants Act 1973. Every member of the force is deemed to always on duty according to the section 13. Members of the force are liable to serve anywhere within or without Pakistan. Under section 14, directors, deputy directors and assistant directors are designated as ex officio public prosecutors. The ex officio public prosecutors conduct proceedings for narcotics offences before special court. The Director General may delegate his powers to any member of the force through an order in writing. Section 16 provides indemnity protecting the federal government and force members from legal action for acts done in good faith. The power to make rules for carrying out the purposes of this act rests with the federal government. Rules made under the act are published by notification in the official gazette. Rewards for commendable service can be given to both members of the force and the public. According to the schedule, the power to award extra drill to a constable rests with the assistant director. The authority to award censure to an inspector or equivalent grade is the director. Forfeiture of approved service for an inspector can be awarded by the director. A deputy director is the authority to award a fine to a head constable or equivalent grade. The authority to award major punishments like dismissal or compulsory retirement to an inspector is the Director General. For a constable or lower grade, the authority to award dismissal is the Director. Involvement in subversive or narcotics activities is considered prejudicial to national security and a ground for punishment. Disclosure of official secrets to an unauthorized person is a punishable offense under Section 9D. The authorities empowered to award punishment are specified in the schedule to the Act. Personnel up to the rank of inspector had the option to elect their existing terms of services upon the commencement of the Act.